Welcome to Worship Leader Hangout, where we talk about many aspects of leading worship and leading a worship team. I figured out a planning center hack that I think you guys are really going to like and want to start using right away. So check this out. So I came up with a way to add a new song playlist to Planning Center. Now this is not a feature that's built in within Planning Center. I wish it was. The Planning Center, if you're watching, make this. Keep watching. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. This would be a list that I can add new songs from my master playlist. So I add them to my master playlist first, add all the attachments just like I would any other song. And then, because they're new, we haven't done them yet on a weekend service, I can take them over to a new song playlist with all the attachments and everything added and share that with my team so that way they can be ready and practiced and ready to go for those songs whenever we do decide to schedule them. And by share that with my team, I'm talking about emailing my team from that list just like I email my team when I add a new plan. So again, this list is not already in Planning Center. I'm actually going to add a brand new service type and then add a plan within that service type and label it new song playlist and share that with my team. I want to show you how to do this, so let's log on to Planning Center right now and add a new song playlist. Once you log on to Planning Center, it should look something like this. Your first step is going to be to add a new service type. Go ahead and click the little plus sign where it says service type in the top right hand corner and follow the steps to add a service type and label that new song playlist. The reason why we add a new service type is to keep this playlist completely separate from our other plans. I don't want this interfering in any way, and especially when we add a new plan within other service types, you'll see how the dates align each other automatically. And with what we're going to do, what I'm about to show you, this is going to mess that up, for lack of better words. So I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and add a new service type. We'll label it new song playlist, and we're going to jump into that service type right now. So go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of your main page and click on add a plan within the new song playlist service type. A lot of words, but once you do that, you'll see what I'm talking about. Go ahead and add a plan. You're going to want to set this out at least a year, maybe 2 years. Hopefully by then, Planning Center will have added this feature within songs. But until then, just go ahead and date it to at least 2 years out, roughly. I'm going to just leave this one set to February 19th. Go ahead and hit add one. So to bring you to a blank plan, this is without a doubt the exact same thing as your normal plans. We're just going to label it new song playlist at the top here where your title is. You'll see sermon series and other titles that you've added. Don't worry about that. It won't affect any of those. Under subtitle, always like to put a note, check back often, so that way our people know that this list is going to change, so that way they can check back and learn the new songs that you've added. They should already know about those because you're going to send them an email anyway. I still like to put notes here so that way I clearly communicate what's happening. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Alright, so we're going to start with putting a couple notes in the plan as headers. So you can click add an item and add a header. I like to put the note, keys are subject to change as needed. I never want to totally decide on a key for a song because you never know who's going to lead that song within your team, and you want to be able to be flexible with the keys. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add a song. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can go over here to your songs, find the song you want, either by typing in the song itself or dragging it over from scrolling and finding. Or you can click on add a song underneath on the plan itself. So I really just like to use the feature on the side. I can just see all my songs right here, and I can just slide them over when I find them. So let's go ahead and fill this playlist up with a few songs that I want my team to learn. It's just as simple as finding the song and sliding it over to the plan. I like to always put a note underneath the song on the new song playlist of what kind of lead I want to hear on this, so a male or a female lead. This song is actually both, so I'm going to put both. So once you're done with your songs, you can add another note. You can do whatever you need to make this list look and be the way you want it to be. One thing that I would make sure of before I send this list to my team is that all the songs in the playlist have attachments ready to go. So that way I don't have to be told by a team member, hey, this song didn't have a PDF or this didn't have anywhere for me to listen to the arrangement that you want us to do. So make sure all your songs have proper attachments. And if you don't know how to properly add a song to Planning Center with attachments, go ahead and click on a video that I'll link above and in the description, and that'll show you how to properly add a song to Planning Center. Go ahead and add any extra notes. One thing that I didn't mention before, but you can let your people know that this list will change over time as you do the songs as a part of your weekend services. So I'm gonna put that note in there, and it's just songs will be removed once we have done the song for the first time. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And now we're done with actually building our new song playlist. So now all we have left to do is to add our people and email them to communicate that this new song playlist exists. So go ahead and click on people, click on add people on the right hand side, click on needed positions. If you don't already have the needed position entire worship team or something similar of that sort, you can click on this teams tab right here and go ahead and add that team within your needed positions. So assuming you've already done that, we're going to go ahead and add the entire worship team. I have about 20, let's just put 25 in there to be safe. We can always add more or less, it doesn't matter. So now I'm just going to grab each person and slide them over into that needed position and then email them from there. If your church is anything like ours, not everybody on that people list is going to be a part of the worship team that you want to send those songs to. So just grab the people that you need and go ahead and to the right hand side and click on email, just like we do when we're sending an email in a weekend service plan. Make sure your team is selected, click accept. Now when you're sending your email, be sure to clearly communicate what this list is. One thing that I said when I sent the email for the first time is this is not a service, because it's going to look just like a service. It's going to look like you're scheduling that person for a service. So just say this is not a service, this is a new song playlist. Tell them what it's about, tell them why you did that, because you want them to have access to new songs that you want to start doing within the next month or two or however long, and you want them to practice it. You want them to have it ready. So that way when you add that song to a weekend service, they are hopefully ready for a rehearsal. Now we know that not every worship team is perfect, but this is just one more step to make our worship teams better. Give our teams more time to learn songs. That's probably one of the top 5 complaints that I hear from team members with other worship leaders, is that they don't have enough time to learn the song, and that can be pretty frustrating. So I totally get that. So I want to give them enough time. I want to give them all the resources they need to learn that song. Yeah, we could send an email with just a list of songs and maybe a YouTube link. We could give them a disc, a CD. What is that? I mean, nobody does that anymore, and this is just a great way to send them the song. You already have everything added, all the attachments. So we just started doing it this way, and it works really well. Write your email, click send. That's it. It's as simple as that. You're basically adding a new service type, adding a plan within that service type, labeling it, adding your songs, adding your people, and sending that email. A couple things to remember before we go is make sure you have all your attachments within your song already. We want to give our team enough resources to be able to learn the songs, and make sure you clearly communicate that it's a new song playlist and not a service type. This can be confusing for people. You work with Planning Center probably on an everyday basis. Some of our people only use the app. What's good is if you label this properly, when you log on to Planning Center services on the Planning Center app, it'll be there and labeled as new song playlist. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope this helps. I definitely call this a Planning Center hack because it's not an official way to make a new song playlist. If there's somebody at Planning Center that just happens to watch this video, pitch this idea. We want to see this happen, maybe even within the songs portion of Planning Center. I don't know, you guys know what you're doing over there, and I know you can make this happen and make it just so much more elegant and understandable. Let's make that happen. I think that'll be a great addition. Thanks again everybody for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and remember, great worship leaders are always learning. Have a great day.